Hindi ako sasuko, lalaban hanggang sa dulo. Hindi ako sasuko, lalaban hanggang sa dulo. Taglay ko, ang puso ng kampiyon. 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 Taglay ko, ang puso ng kampiyon.
Makakamit mo ang pangarap, wag na wag kang bibitaw. Limitado ang paligid, layuan mo ang tanaw. Daming rason para sumako, buhay natin isa lang. Hindi paramihan, kundi kung ano mas matinda. Ang lumiban, saka huli-huli ang proseso o manatili. Hanggat hindi tapos ang proyekto, maraming duda. Ako'y sinilang para kumumpleto sa kulang ng mga rumagasang natupso ng preno. Simulan na ang pagmarcha, wag pahawa sa tumpok na nawala. Ganyan ng Pilipino, takot di pinapahalata. Kung kaya ng iba.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another round of ProEx Basketball Talks, backed by NDC Sports. For tonight, we give you a different kind of show, this time highlighting the men behind the boys. But before that, joining me are the following. Who else? No other than Boss Dodo Melicor. Mute, pare.
Yun na naman, ikaw ang boss namin eh. Thank you very much. Sir Brian Yalung, maraming salamat and I'm extra excited today because mga like you, boss ko rin yung mga guests natin. So, yung next mong introduce, partner boss ko yun.
Oo.
Thanks for having us.
Isa pang boss ko to. Miss na miss ko na. Let's call on Mr. Gerry Urbina.
Hi, Boss Brian. Ikaw ang boss namin. Ikaw talaga. Maraming salamat again for having us, Brian.
After a long while, nakita na rin kita.
Oh,
Yung tagal tayo hindi nag-uusap, di ba?
Yes, that's
Ako,
right.
bakit kaya? Pero nga, this is a very special episode that it's Father's Day. It's a Father's Day special. And a Father's Day special will be nothing if we don't have an entertaining person with us. Who else but to call? Sino pa?
Idol ko yan.
Idol natin lahat to.
Idol natin
Boyet,
lahat.
Papa B, Sison.
Hello everybody. Hello. Welcome. Thank you. Welcome. Ba't ako welcome? Thank you for having me on your program kahit ika nga saling pusa ako ngayon dito dahil ako mismo nag-imbita sa sarili. Dahil gusto ko yung pag-uusapan natin.
Alam mo yan, kaya ka namin di maaya kasi napaka-busy mo.
Pwede sumingit.
Go.
Alam mo ba't busy yan? May malaking event yan eh.
Oo nga.
Ayan na, biglang may ganun. Maaga pa, nagpo-promote ka na. Tika muna. Mamaya.
Anyway, tawagin natin yung mga ating special guests for tonight. First off, ito, ilang beses ko nakausap and he's always very easy to invite. Let's call on Coach Louie Alas. Coach Louie, naka-mute po. Coach?
Nakamute, coach.
Yan. Pag live talaga ganyan.
Naka-mute si Coach. Coach, walang audio.
Okay, hindi ka namin marinig, Coach eh. Ayan, hindi ka namin marinig, Coach. Baka pinipigilan ni Mrs. yung audio mo.
Next dance.
Oh, sige. Habang naayos ni Coach Louie, let's call on Mr. Hill Salandanan.
Hello, good evening. Thank you for the invite.
Yon. Also with us, Mr. J. Adeboso.
Good evening.
AJ.
Hey, good evening.
Ganda ng palakpak, Boyet.
Halat ng face.
Kaya master showman eh. Anyway, and last but not the least, let's call on Daddy Bert Gomez de Real.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Glad to be with you. Let's have a good talk.
Yun. Kumbaga, pahinga muna yung mga bata ngayon. Tayo muna na sa spotlight. Diba? So, siguro, ikaw na muna. Sige, go ahead.
Ako, magte-thank you muna ako sa MTC Sports. We're giving away one ball. We're giving away one ball for the program. Yung question ko will be based on the answers ng mga daddies natin. The MTC Sports, they use this sa mga tournaments like Bisman Cup. Sobrang ganda to ang kapit. My son loves using it. So thank you, MTC Sports. Pwede ba ako mag-fire? First question.
Go ahead.
Each daddy, let's start off with Bert GBL. How many boys do you have? How many players do you have as kids? And happy Father's Day.
Yeah, happy Father's Day, everyone. I have 6 kids, 5 boys, 1 girl. Yung limang bata, they're all basketball players. My eldest, Jose, is right now in Team B with UP. And chances are, if the quarantine is lifted, he'll be playing already with MPBL under the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. While the other 2 haven't won, they're part of the pool of the national team. Then Jordy is also part of the national pool, but just got because of the pandemic, it was postponed. No? But right now he transferred to USD recently. While my youngest Jaime is still with the UPIS juniors fighting Maroon.
Thank you. Go UPIS. Same question, Mr. J. Adeboso. J. Adeboso is the part owner of BBI, Breakdown Basketball, where all our kids play in their tournaments. Jay, how many kids and ilan nagba-basketball?
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, so I have 3 boys. All of them playing for Ateneo. I have 2 boys, me and Pablo, at 16 years old, and incoming grade 11. And my youngest is Anton. He is 15. Also kabatch na Rocco and Jaime.
Yeah.
And
Thank you, Jay.
Bad party at the end.
Belated happy birthday sa twins.
Okay, thank you.
And next, Sir Hill, Sarandanan, also BBI boss. Kamusta yung mga bata? Nasa US yata lahat. And ilan sila? And nagba-basketball pa?
Yes. I have 3 boys, all from Ateneo. Yung eldest ko graduated college na 2 years ago. He was part of the Mark Salandanan, part of the UAAP 77 Eaglets champion with the Nietos. They played 2 years sa UP, but then nag-switch siya doon sa golf. So, and then 2 years siya naglaro sa Ateneo men's golf team, where he was the captain on his senior year. And then yung second ko naman was part of the UAAP season 81, I think, yung last year din ni Kai Soto. And then yung youngest ko, teammate ng mga anak ni Jay Adeboso, si Jordan. Yung second co's name is Jonas. Yung last ko naman is, yung youngest ko is Jordan. Teammate sila ni Javi. And as of now, part naman siya ng juniors pool. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. And swerte si Chris and Rocco na naka-teammate yung mga anak nyo. And Coach Louie, Boss Louie, Coach, how many boys nagba-basketball? Coach Louie.
O nagkaka-problem ba si Coach sa kanya? Yung Coach. Coach.
Mukhang internet signal ang problema ni Coach.
Nagloko kanina, okay.
Mukhang may problema pa si Coach sa internet signal. But obviously, we all know how... Coach Lou?
Coach Louie. Pero alam ko kasi si Coach Lou, yung bunso niya, si Kiefer, sa batchmate ng son ko for Lasal Zobel eh. Pero may anak siya sa PBA, di ba? Tama ba, Brother Boyet?
Si Kev.
Mm.
Kev is still playing with the NLEX Warriors, if I'm not mistaken.
I turn the floor to you, Sir Gerry Urbina.
Let's go,
Hi,
Gerry.
Dodo. I have one boy that plays basketball, Chris Urbina. His elder brother, Zach, plays baseball. So, Zach's in the US right now. He's trying out some, doing what we call travel ball. And, Chris the man, of course, here. So, yeah, so right now I have two kids in the sport.
Thank you. Sir Brian, thank you.
Alright. Ika, wag na ako. Tatanong muna paano yun natin si Boyet? Si Boyet, maraming tanong to sigurado. Let's go, Yet.
Okay, if you're giving me the honor of asking the first question, well, anybody can answer this, no? Obviously, of course, a lot of fathers had their own basketball dreams when they were young. How much of an influence was this for your children to take up the game?
To whom, Yet? Sino unang susumagot?
Sino matapang sumagot?
I'll answer.
Sige,
Go ahead.
Jay.
Go ahead, Sir
Yeah.
Jay.
Actually, for me, I'd have to say it's nothing that I forced on my sons. If that's the part of the question. Of course, I had my personal dreams, I guess. More than anything, kasi they picked up the game themselves as early as 2 years old. They would actually watch me, the NBA and TV, and I saw a genuine interest. So, I tried to see if they would really take it up. In Coach E, they could it up. And I guess as you say, the rest is history. So, it's not, at least for me, it's not my personal dream. Them and their own. I'm just here to help them.
Anyone else? Hill?
For my boys, from the start they like basketball, so wala nang need, to be influenced. Since because they were all born in the States, and they were, their cousins were, the cousins were older than them, so we used to watch their games. So that's how they picked up. They used to play baseball. They used to play, American football, and then they're all athletic, and so no need to be influenced. Talaga, it's they like it naman talaga.
Ikaw, Daddy Bird, yung mga anak mo, ano talaga? Simulat sa pool, basketball lang talaga ang pinagpursigihan or dahil dahil ikaw ay nahilig din sa basketball kaya sila na rin ay nahilig na rin sa basketball?
Sa totoo lang, I'm the wrong father to ask, no? Kasi hindi ko sila sinabak sa basketball from a very young age. Sinabak ko sila sa swimming, any variety of swimming sports, no? Could be duathlon, triathlon, aquathlon, then the swimming itself. Yun ang ano ko eh. Doon ko sila trinain, especially the very first 4 boys, no? They but never basketball. Basketball parang na-develop lang nila yun sa eskwelahan, tsaka may basketball court kami sa likod ng bahay. Pero I never showed them the drills. I never showed them the skills on how to dribble, proper shooting. Maybe later on na lang, nung malaki na, nung nakita ko na medyo, mahilig pala sila sa basketball. So, sige. Sige, ako yung tagakuha ng bola nyo. That's the most I can do. Free throw sila, ako yung tagakuha. But zero yung impact ko dun. So, they got it from them. props nakuha nila sa eskwelahan rin. Na-pressure sa mga, kasi sa atin lahat ng boys ko lumaki, ng grade school. So, yung peer pressure, nagbabasketball lahat. So, nag-shift sila from yung discipline na gusto kong iparating sa kanila, lumipat sa basketball. Tapos, ganun nangyari.
Wala si Coach Louie ah.
Baka nag-reboot lang for, sinabi ko para try ulit. May rejoin.
Oo. Pero babalik yan.
Yeah.
Hindi niya ako pwede hindi balikan.
Brother Gerry, baka may question ka. Brother Gerry.
Yeah, go Gerry.
Yeah, I mean, yun nga, Bert, you mentioned you never forced your sons to play basketball, and yet would pick them up on their own. How did you support them in pursuing, their basketball career? You know, when you saw them picking it up on their own, what did you do? Kasi ikaw, I mean, tried and tested. You know the sure shot formula on how to produce champions.
Yeah, thank you, Gerry. No,
all your sons have become rising stars.
Yeah. Thank you, Gerry. Long time no talk. By the way, I miss so much yung mga parties natin sa bahay mo. By the way. But anyway, pag tapos na yung pandemic, inuman ulit tayo. So anyway, going back to your question, I think at a young age, I think at a young age tawag dito, I taught them how to be champions eh. Ang dami nilang medals from the very start, no? My real goal there was, I think it's no secret by now, pero my real goal for my kids was to deliver the first Olympic gold medal for the Philippines. At least 5 times, we would, kasi it's advantageous to have a swimming pool at the back. We would also swim there and do summer tournament, and we would train a lot. We would train a lot swimming. So I figured if I just dedicate 10, 12 years of my life in pure swimming and all, I know we can get the Philippines' first gold medal, no? Kasi if you notice, yung Olympic medals natin, panay, individual sport lahat yan. From boxing, from weightlifting, from individual lahat yan. Wala kang makikita. Even from swimming, silver medalist swimming. Pero team sport, medyo baka mahirapan tayo for so many reasons. So, at a very young age, sila, pursige sila. They have, when I train them, especially in triathlon, they know they have to finish it. They know they have to finish strong no matter what the odds are, no? Perhaps, yun lang siguro masasabi ko, nalipat nila lahat sa basketball yon. Pero, doon, ganun nag-start. Pero, yun lang masasabi ko na paano nag-transpire.
Ako may question ako.
Go ahead though.
Pwede bang tanong? Each basketball dad, if you were to choose a player that your son will have as a role model, NBA, UAAP, PBA, EuroLeague, sino yun? Especially the younger ones, yung mga naglalaro pa. Go ahead, Hill.
Siyempre, Michael Jordan, di ba? Pero kung iba, Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant lang naman, siyempre. Kaya nga, Jordan was supposed to be named as Michael Jordan. But the day that we were supposed to fill out the form, yung birth certificate form niya, my wife said, sure ka ba? Kasi ako talaga sure na ako Michael Jordan. So sabi niya, baka mamaya hindi mahilig sa basketball yan, tapos Michael Jordan ang pangalan. So sabi ko, gawin na lang namin Tiger Jordan. Kasi, anyway, at the time we were watching We Are Marshall, that's why he named Marshall Jordan. That's the of his name. But anyway, siyempre, Michael Jordan, when it comes to yung basket, yung talaga yung hard dedication talaga. I think no more explanation, di ba? Why Michael Jordan? Either Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant lang for, they all have everything, di ba? Hindi walang, it's either you're in or out. Yun lang naman ang sinasabi ko sa mga anak ko. you wanna play, you have to play 100%. So, half lang, di ba? Kailangan you're in or you're out. Yun lang.
Thank you, bro. Ikaw, Jay, brother Jay.
Well, sige, I always my game and my favorite part of the game actually defense. So it has always been someone like Scottie Pippen that I refer to when I talk to my teams. No? But locally, when they talk about the UAE, my reference is always Ian from Boyet. That's the one I talk about.
Thanks, bro. Wala pa rin si... Ayun, Coach Louie, ikaw, sino sa tingin mong okay na maging role model ni Kiefer ngayon?
Idol kasi nito yung kuya niya eh.
Nice.
Yeah, yung kuya niya yung idol nito. And sa NBA naman, meron din siyang ina-idol. Siyempre, yung idol ng mga bata, si Steph. Saka yung yung bagong point guard ng Dallas, si Luka. Pero ang gusto ko makita niya dito sa atin, kung paano ka hardworking si LA Pinoy.
Nice. Coach,
before kasi si Kevin nung nasa Letran pa lang, ang nilulukap niya si Jason saka si LA. So, hanggang sa maging teammate niya, and nakuha niya lahat ng mga attitude ng mga yon. So, kaya si Keeper, yun din ang tinitingnan sa kanya.
Coach, ilan ang sons mo na nagbabasketball?
Lahat sila, 4. And si Junjun, into coaching now. Before itong bago mag-pandemic, he was the assistant coach of Coach Bujing sa Makati. Then, yung pangatlo ko si Kenneth, is with Lyceum, and MPBL with Coach Alvin Ayo sa Bicol. Tapos si Keeper na. Kevin si Alex.
Nice. Grabe kayong dalawa lang ni Bert. Okay na isang team no?
Again.
Kayong dalawa lang ni Bert, mga anak nyo, pwede na isang team. Madaming players na. Go ahead, Brian.
May assistant si Coach Louie, may assistant na. Okay yan.
Si Keeper ata.
Alam mo naman, pag matanda low-tech. Anyways,
Aroy ko!
Hindi ko narinig yung last question.
Yeah, your last question. You had
hindi. Yun lang. Okay na ako doon, Coach. Thank you. I just wanted to know kung ilang kids ang nagbabasketball. So, 4 sila. I was saying kayo lang ni Bert combined isang basketball team na.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, and si Keeper nga ngayon, nagulat ako during pandemic. From 5'6", naging 6-footer siya.
Wow.
Sana all.
Wow.
And he's 14 years old pa lang.
That's good. That's good.
Sabi ko nga, and during pandemic, sabi ko, ito yung pinakamabait kong anak eh. Pero during pandemic, nakilala ko, siya pala yung pinakamatigas ang ulo. Kasi 24 hours a day, magkasama kami. May yung 3 anak ko, si Kevin, si Junjun, and si Keeper, at si Kenneth, lahat. Si Kevin, alam mo naman, may asawa na si Junjun. May asawa na rin si Kenneth naman, busy din sa sa studies niya saka sa Zoom training nila sa Lyceum. Plus, nadagdagan pa ngayon nga itong Bicol nga dahil he's under Coach Aldin. Sabi ko nga sa kanya, nako, damo katawan mo dyan. Kung mahirap ako magpa-practice, baka mas mahirap yan.
Thank you,
Coach Aldin no?
Yeah, he's a good coach.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll throw my question to the dads. This is something that's very important, I'm sure. At what point did your son or sons tell you that they wanted to take up basketball, and why? Saan nag-stem to? I'll start with Sir Bert.
Yeah. my earliest memory, I think, was I think at the age of uh I think nung nag-SBP na eh. I think si Juan. I don't know, grade 3 yun eh. SPP but hindi sa manang basketball ng Pilipinas but yung SPP Milo Pasarel. Um he was grade 3 so I presume he's around 10 if I'm not mistaken. So anyway, around there no, I think mga around 10 I realized ito na yung gusto niya because there was a point wherein I was forcing, my kid already. Kasi si Javi also joined Ateneo SPP with Juan, no? Javi won the championship with sila Jolo Mendoza, while Juan won the championship with sila the Nieto brothers, no? And I realized then na, teka muna, I was forcing them to still compete with the Quezon City Batang Olympics that coincided with the games of the SPP during weekends. Umiiyak na sila nun eh. Sabi ko, hindi, maglangoy kayo. so, so, so then I realized that night nung pinilit ko yung gusto ko, I thought to myself, it's a losing cause, no. I think I'll just support them na lang all the way out sa basketball. And since then I realized wala na. It's a point of no return. I'll just have to just stick to what they want.
How about you, Daddy J?
Ako, I think I mentioned earlier, 2 years old pa lang, they
2
picked
years
up
pa
a
lang.
ball already. And then I was actually amazed because they would sit down with me and watch, NBA games, NBA games. Normally, di ba, at that age, makes yung attention span ng mga bata eh. Sila, they would sit with me and they would, and ever since, as you mentioned, back in anak namin, they were together.
Ba't ganun ang sound niya,
Yun
Keeper?
nga. Dun nga sa SBP, I think they were one of the younger, when they started out, I believe that was 2014, they were one of the youngest ones to ever start. So, would have been 9 years old, I believe, nasa SBP na sila. So, ever since they were kids, nandun na talaga 2 years old.
Oh, young age, very, very young age. How about you, Daddy Hill?
Very early. All my boys kasi are 4 years apart. So, yung eldest ko, since may mga cousins sa States, kasi sa States nga, kami doon sila lumaki before we moved here sa Philippines in 2008. We used to watch yung mga games ng cousins niya, ni Mark, yung eldest ko. So he would, play around with them all the siguro at the age of 3, 4. Ganyan. Tapos, siyempre, kung ano yung ginagawa ng kuya, yun ang ginagawa din ng dalawa. And then, when they moved back here sa Philippines in 2008, they were playing golf pa. Masyadong expensive ang golf tournaments eh. So, that's when they decided I decided to, na convince sila na, mag-basketball na lang kayo. Ang mahal ng golf dito sa Philippines. Unlike sa States kasi, they competed sa States World Championships. Sa States kasi anybody could play golf eh. Dito sa Philippines parang hindi. Kailangan medyo kaya ka kahit college. Anyway, so that's when we switched to basketball. Tapos when my eldest transferred to Ateneo high school, luckily, actually I think Javi and Mark were teammates pa eh. Sa team ng Pasarel, I think. No, or something.
Yeah. They coincided. Yeah, true. They coincided.
And Mark eh. And then, wala yung kung ano yung ginagawa ng kuya, gagawin na din itong second. And same with the youngest. So, yeah.
Okay. Coach Louis, are you ready? Hey, Coach Louis.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't influence them. Even kahit isa sa kanila. Hindi ko sila in-influence. Alam naman natin lahat, ang coaching is 24/7 job. Kahit natutulog ka na, minsan napapanaginipan mo pa eh. So, since very busy, ang ginagawa na lang ng wife ko, kahit practices ko sa Letran and when I was in PBA, sinasama sa mga practices. So, parang parang nai-instill na lang sa kanila lahat ng mga nakikita nilang ginagawa ko. Pag may team building yung team ko, most of the time, ako yung family ko. So, yun, inject na siguro sa base. Kaya hindi ko na sila tinuruan. Nga, nakikita ko, meron kasi akong half court doon sa tabi ng house namin. Tapos merong ano kami doon, may one-way mirror. Minsan pinapanood ko sila doon na hindi nila alam na pinapanood ko sila. Nakikita ko talagang yung themselves, talagang nagustuhan na lang nila yung basketball. So, minsan, pinipigil pa ng wife kasi kahit sa mga rooms nila, pinalagyan nila ng maliliit na ring doon sa may harap ng bed nila para kahit nakahiga, magkakrampo lang ng pel, sumushoot sila doon. So, yun, ganun lang. Influence lang siguro sa nakikita nila sa akin.
Okay. I'll ask also my co-host Gerry. I want to know when did your son start that itch to play basketball?
Well, you know what? His elder brothers were all playing baseball, so we thought that he would, also follow in the same footsteps. But I guess us watching the NBA at home, that really inspired him to pursue basketball. So it really plays a big part, all the professional leagues, watching the NBA, watching the PBA, the UAAP, and the NCAA. So yeah, that's how he got started.
Alright. Dodo, ikaw. Ako interested ako sa yun.
Siya nag-influence sa akin, Sir Brian.
Ganun ba?
Si Gerry pala may kasalanan, si Gerry.
Si Dodo pa influence yan.
Alright. Yet, any questions yet?
Well, okay. More. Sige, Dodo.
No, go ahead, please, bro. Go ahead.
Well, more than... Sige, Bert. Go ahead, Bert. Sige, Bert.
Bro, I wanted to ask sana, bro, Gerry, because I would see in mga postings mo, your son, no? In fact, it's very inspiring yung parang siya, pitcher, no? Siya yung tatapon ng baseball,
Yes.
no? But let's say in the States, because I know maraming magagaling na from different countries, no? Particularly in South America who are good pitchers. Can you see parang your son going that path to go to the pro, to the NPL?
Yeah, I mean, we've asked him, that question point blank. Look, do you want to pursue a professional career in baseball? And his answer is yes. So I think more than me wanting him to pursue that professional career, he wants it himself. So that's why, we are supporting him all the way. So, yeah.
Yeah. Does he have already an agent who's already working around so that para
Right
diretso
now,
sa
yeah, what he's training with some coaches in the US, and he also joined what they call a travel ball team in the US. It's I think there's a organization called AAU. They organize these baseball tournaments throughout the United States. So he joined the team that participates in the various AAU tournaments. So he'll be doing it for the next 5 weeks. So it's summer there now. So yeah, so just also to see how he competes against those other players, that you were mentioning, those that are homegrown from the United States and those from other countries as well, like South America. So there's a lot of great players or talent that comes out from those places, Yeah.
Yeah, not a lot of people know, but baseball is such a big sport in Japan also. I mean,
Oh, yes.
they're
Yes.
talented, and so for your son Gerry, there's so much opportunities, bro. Ang dami niyan if you think about it. You're in the right
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, and not only Japan, Taiwan, and Korea as well. It's their national sport actually. So that's I think there's a lot of opportunity there. Well, speaking of Japan, Bert, I'm glad you raised Japan. Are your kids looking towards, uh, joining the P
Hindi
League?
pa naman, hindi pa naman ano yan, Jerry. Hindi pa. Oh, wag mo munang takutin si Bert. Hindi pa naman mass exodus eh. Hindi pa. Hindi pa. But let me take over from where you
Sure, sure.
left off and pose this question. Gentlemen, for all you dads that have children that are playing the game right now, well, some of you have children that are, of course, based in the Philippines. Some of them are not based in the Philippines. But overall, generally, how do you feel about the landscape, the complexion, about how the game develops in the mind of the younger people now? Are they being taught properly? Are watching professional basketball games a plus or a deterrent for them? Because you very well know, watching the professional kind of play sends a different message to these children. Sends a different message to other people. Why? They might pick up very bad habits, and habits foundation. The foundation of a good basketball player does not lie in him watching the professional game. It has already been proven. Watching the professional game is not good for young children, not for young players, because it makes them want to imitate and recreate some habits which eventually are not good for them in looking forward as far as their career is concerned. How do you feel about this? O, sino matapang sumagot?
Si Jay matapang.
Hey, si Jay, matapang yan. Cards, sagutin mo.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I have to agree with Boyet. No, unfortunately for us Filipinos, our I don't know if it's right to say, what the measure of success or what we're copying is America and the NBA, and as we can see in the PBA as well, it's kind of a carbon copy. Where if you watch now what Gilas just did, and what Coach Tab has achieved in such a short time, it's pretty clear that what we do need to follow is something like the EuroLeague or even Korean or Chinese basketball if you wanna talk about that, no. Problem is, when the kids watch the NBA, which is their main exposure to basketball here, they see the highlights, they see social media, and of course, you can't help but not fall in love with that, diba? So I totally agree. I think we have to go away from what we've previously known, and I think Coach Tab is on for something, definitely.
Yet, nakamit ka yet.
Coach Louie, you being Coach Louie. Yes, Coach Louie, ikaw ang susunod na tatanungin ko. Because you've coached in all levels of the game in the Philippines. You have a championship with the Mobiline in the PBA. You already had championships with Detran in collegiate basketball. Kumbaga, yung nakikita ba ng mga bata sa pang-araw-araw, nakakabuti ba to? Nakakasama sa pundasyon na kanilang paglalaro?
Honestly, nakikita natin, especially sa pro, not good. Hindi lang sa lahat. Mga coaches. Why? That's why ko dyan yung ginagawa. Nag-viewing kami ng mga coaches ko. Inaalis ko yung sound. At least, minimal lang yung nakikita namin. Let's say, yung mga nagre-reklamo, hindi mo na naririnig. Makikita mo na lang yung mga hand action. At least, pwede mo na second guess. And that's why I'm very, very happy doon sa nakikita ko sa how the way Coach Tab coaches dito sa Gilas. very seldom tong last 3 games sila. Wala kang nakikita nagre-reklamo sa ref. Just keep on concentrating on the play. At ganun lang. And that's the way pakita ng mga aspiring mga kids dyan na gusto maglaro. Just keep on going. Concentrate on the net. Let the code
Nawala yata si Coach.
Okay, medyo naghang yung signal ni Coach Louie. But gentlemen, just taking off from where Coach Louie left off, no?
argument.
Oh, sige, Coach.
Putol.
Coach Lou. Okay, we seem to have been again having problems a bit with Coach Lou. Coach Lou,
So-
sige. Ayan, okay. Sige, tuloy.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Coach.
Sige, Coach.
Go ahead,
Wala na
Coach.
akong audio.
Sige, Coach, narinig ka namin.
Wala.
Narinig ka namin.
Meron, Coach.
Hindi tayo hindi marinig eh.
Hindi na tayo marinig. Anyway, can you hear us, Coach? Anyway, I totally Oh, okay. We can hear you, Coach. But if you can't hear us, let me just continue your trend of thought for our audience. Yes, Coach, narinig ka namin. Pwede mo ituloy sinasabi mo about what we saw during the Gilas game na yung mga player hindi nagrereklamo, hindi nagko-contest ng tawag ng referee. Nagustuhan mo yun. You like that about how the behavior of the players were, and while we're waiting for Coach Lou to come back. That's exactly what I'm saying here. That for how the visual of the game is, as far as our young people are concerned, they see a lot of instances wherein discipline is not already a primary. If you're as talented, if you're a big ticket player, you can get away with anything and everything already. And I've seen it myself. With players in the midgets league who complain to the referees. They complain about calls. They complain about, a lot of things, which I just killed Gerry, Jay. Maybe Gerry can react to this. Sige, Gerry.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard nowadays to really teach kids nga na not to to control their emotions, especially when they see a lot of these professionals carry on the way they are. I mean, so it's a very important question that you asked, Boyet, because how do siguro if some of the dads in this panel nga can share, how do they shield their children from those that superstar mentality, the negative influence that they see in some players, so I think that's it's tough even for me. I mean, I try my best to teach my son nga na to control his emotions and focus on the next play, and not really complain to the refs about calls that didn't go their way. So I would like to hear also from the other dads, from how do you really encourage your kids to control their emotions. And last Boyet was saying nasa babata pa lang, they're carrying on already like what they see on TV, so
I'll answer.
yeah, okay, Gil. Yeah,
I'll answer kasi that's a good question, and I think Jay would agree with me. Kasi we run BBI we run a basketball league di ba? And yung basketball league namin na BBI is like age from 10 years old up to 25, di ba? Hanggang UAAP team naglalaro sa BBI. And so we have relationship with the reps, di ba? So what I tell the boys, because kaya yung boy, when we started BBI, my boys yung attitude nila towards the rep nagbago Kasi they were able to communicate with the referees na. Kasi talaga hindi ka naman mananalo sa referee. The more you complain sa refs, di ba? The more na tatawagan ka nila. And the good thing about that, when we started the BBI, we were able to ask the referees why. Bakit ganon? Bakit ganyan? Bakit ganon? Kasi hindi naman lahat alam natin. Diba? So, yun lang. Ang ano lang sa, yun, like what Gerry said, what I told the boys, just focus on the game because you never win against the ref. Diba? And, dapat role player ka. And again, and let me go back dun sa what Coach Tab is doing. Kasi nga, since I also work for sa Moro, so nakikita ko, kay Coach Tab walang superstar. Lahat kayo pantay-pantay. That's why it's the system eh. You have to be in the system or else wala pa. Diba? Parang gano'n. Hindi niya kailangan ng magaling eh. Kailangan niya yung system player na kayang maglaro.
Okay, before anybody else chimes in, let me add another wrinkle to this particular discussion. Is it just the system? Because you always hear the word, alam mo pare, sistema yan eh. Ganda ng sistema eh. Sistema. The word system has been overly abused by anyone and everyone that has an opinion about basketball. Is it really just system? Or is it also upbringing? Pagpapalaki ng bata. Kung anong environment siya lumalaki.
I think it's both.
Tama si Hill.
I think it's both.
Disiplina sa bata feeling ko Kasi kung wala naman disiplina yung bata, hindi rin makikinig kahit gaano kagaling yung sistema
Everything starts at home.
Yan ang mga soundbite, boys. Yan ang mga soundbite ng mga programa. Pag may manunod sa atin ng mga periodista, yun kagad yung soundbite. Basketball dads all agree that discipline is primary.
Coach Louie.
Coach Lou!
Can I batin?
Of course!
Dadagdag ko lang doon sa sinabi nito mga super dads natin dito, itong mga bossing natin. Kasi sabi nila, nag-i-start daw sa bahay. Yung disiplina. At pag walang disiplina sa bahay, wala na rin disiplina sa hindi pa pwedeng pumunta sa sistema. Sorry I beg to disagree there dahil can you hear me, guys?
Yes, Coach.
Yes, Coach.
Okay. Kasi maraming mga sobrang bad boy sa labas ng court. Pero pagdating sa court at nakakita ng coach na alam nila tougher than them, nag-a-adjust naman sila Maraming ganyan. Classic example si Calvin. Feeling ko si Calvin galing mo kay Coach Tab. Ma-contain. Kasi nangyari na yan nung nasa France yata sila, di ba? Once hindi nasama sa lineup si Calvin sa si Elvin. The mere fact na nalaman niya na, kahit ganito galing, kahit ganito ako ka-importante sa team, pag nalaman niya yung conviction ng coach na hindi ko tinitignan yung galing, hindi ko tinitignan yung kung ano ka man. Until yumuko ka o sumabay ka dito sa ginagawa ng lahat, mapupunta ka sa team. So, tingin ko nanggagaling talaga sa coach yan. Primarily sa coach. And Coach Tab, Coach Rod, Jacobs, sila yung mga ganyan na kailangan kayo yung umadjust sa akin. Then pag naka-adjust na kayo, unti-unti nang nag-a-adjust din sa inyo yung mga coaches na. So, dinadagdag ko lang yun. Kasi nakikita ko naman And it so happen lang ngayon dito sa Gilas natin, wala namang head case talaga Look, hindi ko naman sinasabi na Porte galing sa Ateneo, talagang hindi head case. Pero wala akong nakikita ng mga ganong mga bata dito. Marami. May mga galing din dyan sa UP, sa lahat ng school. Pero mga head casing. Pero uulitin ko lang. Coach's standpoint. Pag pinakita mo na ikaw yung masusunod, ako yung hari dito. Ito nga, kwento ko lang sa inyo very brief. When I was in Korea, ako dyan nag-observe ako ng 4 weeks. So, college ball to. Tinabay ko yung pag-observe ko nung mag-training kami dyan. 209 na Southeast Asian Games with Coach Junior Bakuli. Alam mo, nakikita ko doon sa mga Korean player, sinasampal. sinisipa ng mga coaches. Then, kinausap ko yung parents ng isa. Sabi ko, why you allowing the coach to do that? Alam mo, sagot sa akin, here, coaches is the king. So, kung gano'n ang nasa isip ng player na kahit anong galing ko, yung coach ang masusunod, hindi ako kakampihan ng management, hindi ako kakampihan ng parents ko, kailangan sumunod ako dito. So, yun lang, sinishare ko lang.
Very enlightening. Very enlightening.
All right. So we could go on and on tonight, but we still have a second batch of dads. So we have to close the first part of this show. Before we do, we'd like to... Yes, Boyet. I am Dodo.
Hindi, gusto ko lang, baka meron mga dads na gusto mag-promote. Kamukha ng sulit.ph, feel free to promote. Nano Shield, feel free to promote, bros.
Yeah. We'll give them the floor actually now before we allow them to depart. So siguro let's start with Coach Louie.
Ngayon, pinopromote ko lang. Sana kunin niyo si Peter sa high school. I'm just kidding. Para lang may lahat.
Mga shoutout Coach Louie, baka meron kayong gustong batiin bago namin kayo pakawalan.
Okay na ako. I'm good.
Okay ka na, Coach? Okay.
Salamat, Coach.
Okay. Daddy Hill?
Well, first, thank you for inviting me. I had fun. Since pandemic, so stay safe, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Daddy J.
Same with Bill. I just want to thank you for the opportunity, Dodo and Gerry. Actually, tama si Boyet and Brian, we can go on forever. So maybe when this is over off camera, maybe we need a whiskey or beer together.
Oh, definitely. I'd be looking forward to that. And
Kung ayaw mo mag-promote, ako na lang, sulit.ph.
Ayun.
Yes.
Ayos!
And of course, Daddy Bird.
Yeah, thank you very much for inviting me. It's so nice to chat with everyone of the mga daddies dyan, no? More power to your program, and see you all soon. Bye.
Thank you, bro.
So we'll just
Thank
take
you.
a short break. Happy Father's Day po, and thank you for joining. All right,
Thank you, bros. Thank you.
we'll be back.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Hindi ako seryoso, lalaban lang sa gusto. Hindi ako seryoso, lalaban lang sa gusto. Taglay ko, ang puso ng kampiyon. 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 Taglay ko, ang puso ng kampiyon.
Makakamit mo mangarap, huwag na huwag kang bibitaw. Limitado ang paligid, layuan mo ang talay. Daming rason para sumubok, buhay natin isa lang. Hindi paramihan, kundi kung ano mas matinda. Ang lumiban sa kahulugan, di ang proseso o manatili. Hanggat hindi tapos ang proyekto, maraming duda. Ako'y sinilang para kumumpleto sa ulang ng mga rumagasang natagpo ng treno. Simulan na ang pagmarcha, huwag pahawak sa tiyangkok na nawala. Ganyan ang Pilipino, takot, di pinapahalata. Kaya na.
Okay, welcome back. We're back for the second part. Boyet, huwag ka mang inggit. Nakakainis ka.
Yan, huli tuloy ako. Huli.
Nabitin ako kanina.
Yeah, pero it was a very good conversation. No? So, kaya lang we had to cut it short because we had some people waiting in the back studio. We have 3 more dads for the second part. Let's call them in. I'd like the first calls. Daddy Jake Manding.
You know.
Hello, good evening.
Brother Jake.
Good
Hello.
evening po.
Jake,
evening, sir.
Okay
Yun.
lang.
Then we also have Daddy Wilson Lagaras.
Ayan na.
Ito yung sharpshooter ng BBI.
Naku. Pwede paturo. And last but not the least, we have Daddy Emerson Valles.
Hello, good evening, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Nasa Malaysia yan.
Wow!
Uy!
Yon.
Happy Father's Day sa lahat.
Happy Father's Day po sa ating
Father's
lahat.
Day, everybody.
Yan.
Very good. Very good.
Yon. So I guess nakita ko kanina doon na sila Daddy Jake, sila Daddy Wilson, Daddy Emerson. You more or less you already heard what we were talking about. Now it's your turn. So
Nabitin ako kanina, Brother Brian.
Oo, bitin. Talagang mas maraming magandang kwento. Actually, ayoko talaga piling kanina kaya lang we had to kasi naghihintay sila sa backstage.
Di tsaka kung in person to, tapos tutugtog si Boyet Sison, Euphoria Music.
May ganun. Wala nang ganun.
Definitely. So, ano?
Sige, fire away.
Okay.
Do, yung
Ako first question sa mga...
wait.
Go ahead.
Hindi mo na yata nasabi yung ating contest.
Hindi, meron pero may isang round and then...
Alright, sige. Go ahead.
Daddies, start tayo kay Brother Jake. Ilan yung anak mong lalaki at saka nagbabasketball? Although alam ko yung sagot, pero ilan sila?
Actually, isa lang yung boy ko, then isa girl. So, isa lang nagbabasketball.
Oo. And nag-guest na yan kay Boyet Sison, kasama nung anak ko.
Yes, Lukman, Manding.
Yes, tama. Brother Emer, ikaw, ilan ng sons mo na nagbabasketball? Although alam ko rin yung sagot.
Oo, actually, only one boy lang yung anak ko eh. Nag-iisa lang siya, so yeah, no other than. Nag-iisa lang siya.
Si Emer Gab. And ikaw, Boss Wilson, na kumakain ng masarap dyan sa Jen's Cafe. Ilang anak mo lalaki at ilan nagbabasketball?
Yan, marami.
Tatlong anak ko nagbabasketball. Ngayon, panay ML na eh.
ML na laro.
Tatlo anak kong lalaki. Wala akong anak na babae.
Okay. Brothers, kaya ko tinanong yon, Brother Boyet, Brother Brian, and Brother RD, Gerry. Kaya ko tinanong yon kasi mamimigay ako ng basketball sa unang makasagot ng question. Among all the dads na nag-guest kanina mula first part and second part, sinong daddy ang pinakamaraming anak na lalaki na nagba-basketball? Unang sumagot sa Facebook will win that ball. Yun lang. Kaya yun yung first question ko.
Bert.
Uy, huwag ka magsasabi!
Huwag muna. Hindi kayo kasali sa contest.
Hindi, gusto ko na nga ibigay ito eh. Una.
Ibigay mo kaya sa walang anak. Akin na yan.
Biglang pinasa sarili.
Ayun, so kaya ako natanong yun.
Sa mga viewer, pag-uwi mo na lang coach yung tanong mo. Sorry.
Anong pangalan ng asawa ni Bert?
Kayo.
Anyway, may phone-in question ako kanina na hindi ko naitanong kasi nga masarap ng kwentuhan. Ang question is, ilalagay ko na lang sa basketball court. Gerry, sagot ka na rin dito. I'm sure marunong din kayo lahat mag-basketball. Anong ugali ng anak nyo sa court? Ang nakikita nyo nakuha sa inyo? Competitiveness, pikon, mahilig manggugas. ano ang nakikita nyo ugali ng son ninyo na nakikita nyo nung naglalaro din kayo? Go ahead, Wilson, ikaw.
Nakikita siguro yung panggugulang.
Wilson, ugali hindi height.
Sinong anak yun?
Ang nakikita is yung larong point guard talaga kasi parang dun lang bagay yung height eh. So mas inuuna yung pasa kaysa sa shoot. Yun ang nakikita kong nung mga anak ko.
Very ideal. Pass first, shoot later. Very good.
Brother Jake, ikaw.
Sa akin siguro yung yung pagiging points guard niya, kabaliktaran nung kay Wilson. Kasi when I was younger, parang ganun din ako maglaro eh. mas una puntos bago pasa, pero fourth guard ako kasi during that time, idol ko si Allen Iverson eh. So,
Tira muna para sikat.
So, yung si Lebron na, parang yun yung na-adapt niya nung nag-start pa lang siya maglaro. Parang score na point guard siya. So, feeling ko yun yung na-adapt niya.
Ikaw, Brother Emmer.
Ako, initially, yung mga early stage lang ng paglalaro ni Emer, na nakita ko yung lumabas yung one time incident na yung napikon siya. So, yun yung nakita ko na yung mga unang stage niya pa lang. But then, I stopped him from doing that. Kaya nabago niya na yun. Pero, medyo, hindi naman pikon na all the time. May mga time na pag nasaktan, parang alam mo yung gustong gumanti. So, yun yung binago ko sa kanya. At early stage yung nakita ko siya. So, pinaalalahanan ko na siya because it's not going to be good for an athlete.
Yeah. Ikaw, Gerry.
Lahat kay Lilian galing. joke lang. No, siguro yun nga, very passionate. My son, very passionate on the court. Sana sa akin ang galing yon. So,
yeah. Thank you. Brother Boyet.
Well, yaman din lang na ako na naman ng...
May question ako sa'yo.
Sige.
Anong next gig mo na pwede namin panoorin? Anong next gig mo, show mo as a DJ na pwede namin panoorin?
Ikaw, simple ka, susunod ko na panonoodin niyo yung bagong pelikula kong pinamagatang yung pinamagatang i-shoot mo na. Shoot muna bago dribble. Yun yung susunod. Hindi. Seriously, Dodo is producing an event that we'll be doing very soon on July 2. It'll be a one-night revival of a legendary discotheque in the Philippines named Euphoria that will be reviving online for one night only on July 2. So, makakabili kayo ng ticket, mga kaibigan, sa KTX. Punta kayo sa ktx.ph. You can get your tickets there on I1 TV as well. Pwede nyo panoorin online. Pwede kayo makigudo sa amin habang ako'y nagkakalat. So, yun ang mangyayari dyan. At marami din kami ibibigay. Marami din kami ibibigay na halik sa inyo.
And then, to add to that, thank you, Brother Boyet. Ngayon, kukunin ko yung opportunity, Brother Brian, sorry. Tama si Boyet, ktx.ph, and sobrang ganda ng lineup ng songs na gagawin ni Boyet and ni Mon Maranga. 80s and 90s.
Pati Butchikik, Tarzan Boy.
Yun lang. Go ahead. Go ahead, Brian. Thank you.
I just like to ask the dads, no? Kasi parang, I asked this earlier, parang being a basketball dad, does it come to a point na yung parang you're really into the game when your son is playing? What do you end up doing? Or ano yung the craziest thing that you could ever think of when you're watching your son play? I'll start with Coach Jake kasi paborito, aliw-aliw ako sa anak mo, Daddy Jake eh.
For me kasi pag pinapanood mo sila parang you're so into the game, so you're very emotional, especially pag medyo close yung game or very competitive yung kalaban. So yun, very isa ka sa mga kasama sa crowd na may ingay, especially pag involved sa plays yung anak mo, parang gano'n.
Wala naman kayo nagawang naalala na the craziest thing that you've ever, yung mga reaction during the game?
Siguro yung medyo napapalakas yung pagsigaw. Ganun. Pero yung pakikipag-away sa mga sa parents ng kalaban, wala pa naman. Parang mas maiinit yung mga mommies pag ganun eh.
Okay.
Totoo.
Daddy Daddy Wilson.
Yes. Hello po.
Yun. Wala ka bang mga ganun
Ano?
ano? Hindi masyado ba na-involve?
May time pero bihira. Dun sa panganay ko nung nasa inyo pa sila. So may mga parents kasi na medyo syempre nung inyo. May mga parents na sa kabilang team na medyo hindi maganda yung mga sinasabi against sa inyo. So yun na-involve sa pero para isang beses lang yun nangyari.
Okay. How about you, Daddy Emerson?
I totally agree with Daddy Chick, sometimes we carry out kami sa intense ng laro at yun nga napapataas ng sigaw minsan you're cheering with the team of your son. So yun lang naman ang so far yung napapataas yung boses mo sa kaka-cheer. But yung medyo beyond that, wala pa naman. Yun lang yung napapataas yung boses nyo sa pag-cheer.
Parang meron pa sa'yo, Daddy Emer, yung panay reklamo mo sa tawag ng referee.
Yun ang hinihintay ko, yung mga tawag sa referee. Yun.
Well, I guess all of us player, I mean that knows how to play, dadaan talaga sa atin yan. Pag nakikita natin na walang tawag, definitely minsan nag-react talaga tayo. I think that is a normal reaction. Even the coaches now, they still do complain with the ref.
Nako, sa breakdown ba yan?
I'm not talking any particular league, pero I think kahit saan ka mapunta, di ba?
Yan na.
Baka breakdown, papabalikan ko yung dalawa kong boss kanina. Si Hill sa kasi boss.
Alam nyo, matanong ko lang, you guys opened the topic yourself. And Emer was very honest about how he is, of course. I mean, ang referee tao din lang naman eh. Pero what's more frustrating? Knowing that the referee does not know what to call or making the wrong call. Ulitin ko ano yung mas frustrating? Yung tumawag ng mali o yung hindi tumatawag?
Ang hirap nun brother boy.
Diba? Pero magkaiba yun, Brad. Magkaiba yun. Yung hindi tumatawag, yung hindi pumipito dahil natatakot, baka magkamali. Or yung tumatawag pero mali yung tawag. What's more frustrating for you?
Ako, frustrated ako pagka mali yung call na madalas.
Okay.
Kasi, tas mahalata mo kung sinong referee yun eh. Kunyari, itong referee to, nagkamali ng tawag. Tas after a while siya ulit, tas medyo madalas, yun, mas nakaka-frustrate yun. Pag iisang referee lang. Pero pag lahat naman tayo nagkakamali eh. Ako nga, nakaupo nga lang ako sa bench, nate-technical ako eh. So,
hindi dapat tinatawagan ka talaga ng technical. Ikaw, Dodo, dapat talaga tinatawagan ka talaga ng technical.
Nag-assistant coach ako. Yung head coach, si Ruben Lanot, paging Ruben Lanot, siya nagre-reklamo. Ako tinawagan ng technical ng referee.
Breakdown yan.
Ayun. So, yun. Ako,
may ibig sabihin yun, May ibig sabihin pag ikaw tinatawagan ng technical. May ibig sabihin yun.
Yun. So, mas frustrated ako pag
okay. Any other reactions? Gerry? Ikaw, Gerry. Emer, Jake, Wilson, ano pakiramdam nyo sa tanong na yun?
For myself, ako yung consistency ng tawag eh. Pagka like Coach Dodo said, kung madalas talaga na napapansin mo, in for sure alam natin eh kung paano yung tumawag, kung sino yung referee na yun, Pagka yung consistent yung ginagawa niya, then either be yung hindi siya tumatawag dahil ayaw niyang maano or hindi niya nakikita. I think it's the same thing eh. As long as na makita mo yung consistency na pagkakamali niya, yung nakaka-frustrate dun eh. At least at least kung nakagawa siya ng, let's say, isang beses, then bumawi siya at hindi na naulit yung ginagawa niya, then siguro okay yun, you know?
Ikaw, Wilson.
Kapag sumagot yan, kaibigan niya yung mga ref eh.
Then nung wala pa ako sa breakdown, ganyan din ako pag nagkakamali talagang hanggang sa bahay. Ba't ganun yung tawag ng ref? Ganyan. Diba? Kwentuhan ng kapwa parents na kini-question yung tawag ng referee. Pero nung napunta ako ng breakdown basketball, yung mga boss ko, yung kanina dalawa, si Boss J, saka si Sir Hill. Nung pumasok ako sa breakdown, parang nag-iba rin yung pananaw ko sa basketball. Parang pag may maling tawag, although nakikita mo talaga may mali. Iniisip mo na lang, wow, baka nagkamali lang ganyan. Yung iba naman, talagang binabawi nila pag nagkamali sila. Pero yung gaya nga, sabi kanina ni Boss Dodo tsaka ni Emer na minsan paulit-ulit yung mali eh. Hindi mo alam kung kinakabahan yung yung referee o talagang nagkakamali lang o sinasadyang magkamali.
Di ba? Meron nga sabi ko nga when I was still working in the PBA, I got very close to the referees and really understood how they thought, how they would think. Sabi ko nga there's such a thing as the proper understanding of the rule and how you interpret the rule. Di ba? Paano yung interpretasyon ng batas? Dahil ultimo sa totoong buhay, sa normal na buhay, sa nangyayari sa Pilipinas ngayon, may batas, pero mali-mali. Iba-iba yung interpretasyon ng batas eh. So, parang basketball lang yan. But, di ba? Ikaw, Jake, ano pakiramdam mo doon?
Sa akin kasi napupisit ako pag yung crucial yung game tapos bandang end game magkakaroon ng yung maling tawag kasi yung parang na-decide yung game dahil sa maling tawag. Although yung anak ko pag naglalaro sinabihan ko na siya na huwag masyado maangal sa referee kasi like what you said before nagkakamali din yung mga ref. And then sometimes kasi iba yung angle kung saan ka nakatayo dun sa angle ng referee na nakikita niya. So, yun. Para sinabi ako siya na wag mareklamo sa referee. Pero what's frustrating sa akin kasi yung pag-end game na lalo na sobrang close yung game tapos mag-decide ka ng maling
if it's
tawag.
on the line if the game is on the line and it's decided by a call whether for or against your team, it decides the outcome. Kumbaga, it's not decided by a play, di ba? It's not a play that decides it, it's a call that decides it. Very well said, gentlemen. Very nice, very nice. Okay, Brian.
All right, so I'd just like to announce the winner of the ball. He is no other than Coach JV Cruz.
Yeah!
Coach JV.
Congratulations.
Hi, Coach JV.
Message mo ako para sa address, etc.
Coach JB, ang address ko, Pioneer Street, Mandaluyong, Coach JB. Oy, batiin nyo naman yung mga nanonood. Ayan, Dodo. Batiin nyo yung mga nanonood. Nababasa mo ba? O hindi?
Yes.
Pinapakita ko sa pinapakita natin sa
Pinapakita nyo ba? Okay. Kailangan i-shout out yun na rin. Hello, Coach JV, Doy Angeles, Sherilyn Chua Manding, Mikey Toralba, Antonio, Toroba, sorry. Mikey Toroba, Antonio Ranolio, Nani Di Maano, Abilion Floresca, of course we already mentioned Coach JV at si Elsie Daguman, and for the rest of the 35 of you that are watching. Tama ba bilang ko? Malabo na mata ko. Okay.
Pati si Mami Bebang Ogsimer, hello. Thank you for watching.
Hello, Bebang! Bebang, how are you, Bebang? Si Bebang katrabaho ko sa PBA yan in the old days. Nung batang-bata pa ako.
Parang mas matanda sa'yo yun, di ba, Boyet?
Ay, hindi ko sabihin. Mas matanda ako kay Bebang.
Okay.
Hindi. Pag sinabi kong Hindi pwede. Hindi ko pwede pagkailan. Mas matanda ako kay Bebang eh. Hindi pwede. Malabo
Yun
pala.
lang.
Ano ba yun, pare? Panahon pa ng vintage yun.
Tama.
Boyet, malabo nga daw yung mata mo, sabi ni Mia.
Malabo yung mata ko.
Yan na, yun. Sabi nga ni Ma'am Elsie Daguman, Happy Father's Day to everybody. Alright, so who's gonna be asking next? Jerry, do you have any questions?
Jerry, I have a question.
No, Jerry.
I have a question kasi I personally witnessed all three of these fathers' children on the court. Ang gagaling. So, tanong ko, kasama ka rin doon, Dodo. Kasama rin doon. Ang gagaling. I wanna ask Jake, Wilson, and Emerson kung kayo ba personally nyo train yung mga anak nyo? At are you able to share some advice and some tips to, yung sa mga nanonood ngayon? Siguro mauna si Jake.
Yeah, go.
I can say yes kasi during the time na nag-start pa lang siya, ako talaga yung parang nagtuturo sa kanya. Started from dribbling, then shooting, layup. So, then before ko siya in-enroll sa mga basketball camps.
Okay, next.
Wilson?
Yes, nag-training kami every weekend. Usually, Sabado yan eh. Bukod doon, syempre, in-enroll ko ng kaliwat kanan din sila sa kung anong basketball clinic. Sa Milo Best, sa, pwede ba banggitin? sa San Beda Camp. Basta kung saan camp ko pwede. Bukod doon, yung
Madali kayo mag-ingat pag mali yung sagot mo eh.
sa ProEx. At saka yun nga, every
May
Saturday.
gatong talaga, may gatong.
Every Saturday kami ng yung 6 to 8 ng gabi, dati kami lang mga anak ko. Hanggang sa nabalitaan ng iba, dumami ng dumami. Hanggang nakabuo kami ng 2 team, 12 under saka 14 under. Dahil lang doon sa training ng anak ko every Saturday, maraming sumasama. Tapos nakabuo kami ng club team.
Disciples.
So, yun. Disciples.
Wow. Congrats. Ikaw naman, Daddy Emer. Son.
Ako ganun din naman. Actually, medyo hands-on din ako sa kanya. Kaya lang pagka ganito malayo ako sa kanya, so any online trainings na available na pwede siya, pinapasok ko rin para sa kanya, no? Tapos kung may mga online na pwedeng may makuha siyang may matutunan siya, pinupuward ko din sa kanya, then I talk to him na yan, gawin mo. So yun, kahit malayo ako, talagang medyo tinututukan ko rin siya. Ayaw ko rin naman na matenga siya, especially ngayon na pandemic tayo, so talagang kailangan tuloy pa rin siya.
Okay.
Dodo, yeah, go ahead.
Yes, mula nung bata siya, ako nag-train konti, especially yung mga basic, pero nung pinasok ko siya sa ProEx, kunyari lang. Nag-plug lang ako. Nag-plug lang ako. Hindi, pero sa totoo, yung naitulong ng ProEx sa son ko. Kasi dumami yung friends niya, etc. Tsaka dumami yung t-shirt ng ganito.
Mm-hmm.
So, hindi.
Promote pa, tuloy ang promote. Sige.
Hindi, kamukha yung son ko, ngayong pandemic, wala siyang choice, ako lang coach niya. Pero meron siya sa UPIS meron siyang UPIS na regular, pero minsan nakachamba ako ng court dun sa likod. Kaming dalawa nag-training. Yun, at saka may online, tama. Thank you sa question mo, Sir Gerry.
Alright.
Ako may question naman ako.
Yeah, thank you.
Go.
Ano ang skill ng anak mo na wish mo meron ka rin nun sa basketball? Start with you, Gerry.
Ako talaga yung ball handling niya. Yung ball handling skills niya. I wish I was that good when I was young.
Yeah, magaling si Chris.
Yun talaga.
Chris,
wish ko yun. Dream ko yun. So,
yeah. Ikaw, Emer.
Ako, ako lagi kong sinasabi sa kanya, no, sabi ko na, medyo malayo pa, marami ka pang kailangan kainin, ano. Pero ang gusto ko lang sa ginagawa niya ngayon, yung team player siya na, I mean, minsan kahit na paniran niya na lang, talagang ibibigay niya pa. I mean, yun yung minsan sinasabi ko sa kanya na minsan na-overpass ka na minsan sa'yo na yun, ibibigay mo pa. So minsan nalulus-ball pa. So yun yung mga ganun bagay na, more on ano siya, yung team player siya na minsan na-overpassing na siya. So yun lang yung ano na pinipili ko sa kanyang sabihin sa kanya na
Pero na-appreciate ko sa anak mo yung defense niya. Grabe, pag nag-full court defense kami, imposible hindi duman kay Emer yung bola eh. Ang lakas sa
yeah, that's another thing, ano, yung katawan niya. Kala mo papet-pet lang siya, pero sa tigas ng katawan talagang siguro dahil sa build ng katawan niya, ang tigas ng katawan niya. Kala mo papet-pet lang siya, pero yun yung wala ako noon eh na although sa tibagan hindi naman tayo basta titibag, pero siya at early age talagang matigas yung katawan niya.
Ayun. Ikaw, Wilson, meron sila Japet na
one time, tatlong
Anolido.
sa isang araw. Dinaro.
Hindi, anong galing ni Japet or nung ibang mga kuya niya na sana nagkaroon ka ng bata ka? Sa Chicks, Japet.
Lahat naman halos ng maanay bukod sa yung bilis. Saka yung tama si yung mga dribbling skills wala ako. Siguro kaya ko mag-dribble pero iba yung skills nila eh. Kasi dumaan na nga sila sa ProEx. Yung skills nila na-enhance talaga.
Lakas talaga ng promotion.
Saka yung shooting, lahat sila yung tatlo kayang mag-shoot ng 3 points. I mean, nakakatira sila sa tres. Ako talagang wala eh. Hindi ako halos hindi ko sinasabi mahina yung pero hindi umaabot yung tira ko sa tres, parang balibag eh.
Kulang sa sustansya, kumbaga kulang sa sustansya.
Tama po, tama.
Ikaw, Jake.
Minsan ba, gentlemen, let me just ask this. Do we sometimes put undue pressure on do the kids sometimes put undue pressure on themselves, not because you're putting pressure on them, but environment nila? How much is that affecting your kids right now? Napaisip si Gerry, oh. Sige.
Ako may pressure. May pressure kasi yung batch nila, kabatch ni Rocco, si Jake, si Emer, at si Gerry. Sobrang talented yung batch nila eh. Not only from ibang school, sobrang talented. Tapos nakikita nila na may batang gilas, may nakikita silang gilas team. So lahat ng batang yan, yun ang dream eh. So may competition, may pressure, pero my son loves it. He enjoys it. Kaya basta nakikita ko siyang happy, okay. Yun yung sa akin.
How about you, gentlemen? Sige, Jake.
Okay. Go, Jake. Jake.
Yung sa akin at some point, medyo guilty ako na pinipressure ko siya. I think naramdaman niya rin yun na napipressure siya sa game. Kasi when he started sa San Sebastian, they were like 6 or 7 players. Then parang siya yung inaano nung coach nila na mag-contribute sa team since yung iba medyo younger sa kanya. So medyo guilty ako na I was pressuring him na maglaro na mabuti para manalo yung team nila during that time.
How about you, Daddy Emerson?
Yeah, I must agree with Bro Dodo, Dodo, kasi yung batches talaga nila ngayon, alam naman natin, yung mga nakakalaban nila from other school, talagang nandun yung galing ng mga bata. So marami. So at ayaw naman natin syempre na mapag-iwanan yung mga bata natin. So kaya nandun yung pressure na pag nakikita natin na medyo nagre-relax sila, we have to to push them back to to be physically fit and ready all the time. Kahit ngayong pandemic, talagang gusto natin na nasa kondisyon sila palagi.
And Daddy Wilson, by the way, Daddy Wilson, sabi ni Miss Sherilyn Manding, ang galing mo daw mag-promote.
Ay, Tita Che.
Sige pa.
Pressure. Hindi naman. Basta pagpangit ang laro, pag uwi sa sasakyan, ako lang ang nagsasalita. Tapos ng mga bata pa sila, syempre, kung ano-ano mga sinasabi ko. Nung medyo nag-12, 13, 14 na yung dalawa, mas matigas na yung katawan sa akin eh. So, mild na yung ano ko. Baka mo nga, patulan ako eh.
Narinig ko na mag-sermon niya si Daddy Wilson sa anak niya. Grabe.
Actually nga, yung nanay na iba, di ba? Hindi naman sila marunong mag-basketball eh. Pero after ng game, di ba, nakikita nila kung ano yung dapat baguhin sa game ng laro ng anak nila. So, yung kasama naman siguro talaga sa parents yung pagiging.
Pag may nanay na may anak na nagbabasketball, datan marunong ng basketball. Ano kayo? Datan marunong, kahit di marunong. Marunong yan pag nanay na may anak na nagbabasketball. Mas madalas ka, mas marunong pa sa anak eh. Ano ba naman kayo? Ganun lang yun. Okay, let me get on a lighter mood here, no? As far as your son's your children's nutrition is concerned. Kasi syempre nung panahon namin ni Brian, panahon namin ni Dodo, wala pa masyadong junk food doon eh. 'Di ba? Hindi masyado usong mga McDonald's, Jollibee, wala pang ganoon. Pagkaing bahay talaga kinakain namin. Ngayon, sa mga anak ninyo na kahit sabihin mo mga 13, 14, they grew up in the age of the fast food. 'Di ba? They grew up in the generation wherein processed food is prevalent. How do you get your children to balance this? Considering na alam mo naman ng mga bata pag fast food, nakangiti hanggang EDSA yung ngiti kaliwat kanan niya, laki ng ngiti niyan. How do you control that? Unahin natin si Jake, dahil si Jake mukhang nagsuspoil ng anak to eh.
Yung Caleb mo na good thing kasi sa kanya, mahilig siya sa prutas and then nung early age niya, kumakain na rin siya agad ng gulay. So, hindi mahirap para sa akin na yung minsan lang kami mag-fast food gano'n kasi mas gusto niya yung mga lutong bahay na ulam.
Oh, very good.
Actually, mahilig yun sa mga exotic foods eh, like yung mga papaitan, mga dinuguan.
May sili pa yun.
Diba? So may potential. Diba? So may potential din na maging malakas na manginginom din yung anak ni Jake. Ikaw, Emer, ano ba yung ba? Ganun eh, puro pulutan eh. Ikaw, Emer, kamusta naman yung mga anak mo?
Ako, si Emer, medyo nahirapan kami niyan sa pagkain sa mga lutong bahay kasi piling-pili lang talaga ang masyado siyang maarte sa pagkain in the sense na like sa gulay, napahirapan pakainin ng gulay yan sometimes I even connive with the coaches na sinasabihan namin yung coach na sabihan yung mga bata na kumain ng gulay, pag hindi kumain may punishment pagbalik sa training kasi talagang hirap kami pakainin siya So, pero kakain siya ng marami pagka yung gusto niya. Yung talagang usually, like yung mushroom soup. Pagka may mushroom soup siya, kahit na 2-3 bowl, kain niya, ubusin yun.
Basta mushroom
so, yun lang yung Oo, yun lang yung medyo nahirapan kami yung mga unang ano. Pero about sa mga junk food, yun ang maganda sa kanya. Even soft drinks until now, hindi siya uminom ng soft drinks. Tapos yung mga junk food, hindi siya sagad.
Ikaw, Wilson,
So,
anong
yun lang
paboritong pulutan ng mga anak mo?
Burger. Burger.
Ang mga anak ko, wala. Konting-konti lang sila mag-ulam, pero sa kanin. Minsan nga,
Wow.
pag kumakain kami nung medyo maliliit pa sila, hanggang ngayon maliit pa naman. Yung fried chicken, halos balat lang ang nauubos. Yung rice, nakakatatlo na sila.
Uy, ang sarap, ang tipid. Tipid sa ulam.
Panalo pala
Yes,
pagka sa
tipid talaga
inasal.
sila sa ulam. Oh. Tipid sila sa ulam.
Pero delikado din yung puro kanin, ha? Delikado din yan. Delikado din yan. Okay. Okay, for my last question for this round, how do you value, how do you fathers value how do you make them value their health and well-being? Kasi, di ba pag bata, feeling invincible yan eh. Di ba? Feeling invincible yan. Hindi ako mapipila yan. Wala, doon nasasaktan. Okay lang yan. Kaya yan. But how do you give them that mindset, that wait, you're just human. You can be injured. You better have a very solid foundation as far as your physical well-being is concerned. Eating the right food will contribute to the strengthening of your bones and your physical well-being. It will make you have less injuries as you grow older. Di ba? Kasi nga yung pundasyon ng pagkabata mo, yung pangangatawan mo, nagde-develop yung enzymes di ba? Nagde-develop yung mga muscles mo, mga buto mo. Hindi katulad namin ni Brian, nung bata kami, hindi ko na isasama si Dodo sa ano na to. Kami ni Brian, nung bata kami, pinakakain sa amin, saluyot, dalag, ano ba? Hindi dalaga, dalag. and all of those things. I mean, the really healthy food. So how do you get them to understand that the foundation of them being better athletes is really reliant on what they're eating and what they're doing to their bodies? How do you make them understand that?
Ako, sobrang blessed ako that their team, UPIS, may sarili silang strength and conditioning coach, si Coach Mel, shout out, and sila Sir Dave. I'm very blessed na sila na yung nag-explain sa son ko ng importance na sinasabi mo, bro. Kasi, tama ka, he sees it on TV sa NBA. Ang daming napipilay. Ito lang, past 2 weeks NBA, ang daming napipilay So, alam niya, conscious siya na he needs to work on his strength and conditioning to be stronger for competition. Especially with the likes of yung anak ni Emer, 6-footer na 14 years old, kakapo 14 lang. And anak ni bunso ni GDL, 6'5", 14 years old. So, he needs to be stronger. And nakikita niya yun. And thank you nga sa SNC coach ng UPIS, mas conscious sa ganun.
Alright. Gerry, how about you?
Tama yung sinabi, I'll add nga, tama yung sinabi ni Dodo na it also helps na it comes from the coach, and yun nga, it's good that you also enroll your children in strength and conditioning, and make them understand nga from a very young age na how important nutrition is. Although I can't speak for it, okay? But yeah. Tama yung sinabi ni Dodo. Very important. So, yeah. So, I think Dodo and I were big believers in strength and conditioning. That's why during our ProEx camps, we plug na naman. We invite strength and conditioning coaches like Kinetic Core Philippines, Coach Kale Alvarez to help us out with our camps, and we really try to promote and encourage as many children and parents to enroll their children in strength and conditioning classes as well. Yeah.
Galing ng ProEx.
Alam nyo, hindi ko maintindihan bakit nagreklamo kayo pinaplug. Ang pangalan ng show natin, ProEx Basketball Talk. Hindi ka na natakot. Anyway, let's get the sides from sila Daddy Emmer muna. Daddy Emerson.
Ako naman, like I said earlier, pagdating sa pagkain, medyo mapili pa rin si Emer. Although he improved a lot na about sa pagkain, marami na siyang nakakain ngayon. So, ang ginagawa ko na lang sa kanya is yung continuous lang yung exercises niya, yung physical fitness niya. Sa ngayon, actually, nagba-biking na rin siya. And if you know my place, nasa bundok kami. So, talagang ang elevation doon, up to 300 meter yung elevation doon. And nakakaya niya yung e-bike ngayon. So, yun yung isa sa sinusuportahan ko siya na gawin niya. Kasi other than masaya siyang ginagawa yun, yung na-maintain niya yung physical fitness niya, yung exercise na hindi siya natitigil sa activity niya. So, I think isa yung sa magandang na ginagawa niya. At regular niyang ginagawa yung without me telling him to do regularly kasi siya mismo naghahanap siya ng talagang gagawin niya. So, in terms of discipline, medyo okay ako kay Emmer. Sarili niya talagang ginagawa niya yung without even me or my wife telling him.
How about you, Daddy Jake?
For me, very minimal lang yung inputs ko when it comes to conditioning kasi swerte nung mga bata ngayon, yung mga basketball leagues nila, sobrang competitive na. And then yung mga basketball camps na nasasalihan nila like ProEx, sobrang sobrang upgraded na compared to the camps nung 90s, gano'n, nung time namin. Ngayon, kasama na sa mga cups, even conditioning, ganyan. So, yun. So, sobrang swerte ng mga bata ngayon. Kaya, very minimal na lang siguro yung mga inputs ko when it comes to conditioning, injuries. Ayun.
Okay. And finally, Daddy Wilson.
Siguro, ganun din naman ako kaya yung parang kay Jake, minimal na lang. Kasi, minsan nasasabihan naman sila ng mga coach tungkol sa mga kung anong dapat nakainin. Saka gatas lang, yun. Lagi kaming may fresh milk nun. So, pagkagising tsaka bago matulog. Buti nga na minsan nasasabihan sila ng coach kasi mas naniniwala sila sa coach kaysa sa akin eh.
Agree.
Ako man, mas maniniwala ako sa coach kaysa sa'yo.
Laglagan na. Ayan na, laglagan na. Laglagan portion na, yan na. Ayan na.
Hindi, brother ko yan. Nag-aasaran na kami.
Dodo, Gerry, any questions on your end?
Ako, meron akong question. Kaya na ba kayo talunin ng anak niyo sa one-on-one, yung mga bunso?
Tatanungin ko pa naman sana yan.
Wilson, kaya ka na ba ni Japet?
Hindi ko na sila matalo since ang napansin ko lang nung parang nung 10, 11 parang kinakayang-kayanan pa lahat sila yung tatlo nung nag-12 na hindi ko na kaya, iba na yung angas nila, iba na yung tigas na yung katawan nila ako na yung binubunggo-bunggo nila nung nag-12 sila pa kaya hindi ko na talaga sila kaya. Puro gulang na lang ako.
Ikaw, Jake.
Recently nga, hinahamon niya ako mag-1-on-1 Sa feeling ko, pag 1-3, medyo dikit pa yung laban. Pero pag medyo 1-6 or 1-12 na wala na, hindi ko na kaya.
Ikaw, Emmer.
Sa ngayon, hindi ko na alam, kasi nung umalis ako dyan, nasa 5'9", 5'8 pa lang si Emmer Ito, hindi pa ako bumabalik dyan, almost 10 months na ako rito. 6-footer na nga siya, so is definitely higher than me. So, kaya hindi ko alam kung kaya pa ba siyang i-stop. Kasi nagwa-1-on-1 kami niyan pero laging close fight ang laban namin yan. But then, now ngayon, hindi ko na alam kung kakayanin ko pa siya.
Kampi ako sa kanya. Ikaw, Gerry.
Si Gerry. Gusto ko to
Ako siguro sa pag naglalaro kami ng 21 or horse, talo na ako. Pero sa one-on-one, may laban pa. Parang si Jake. Basta hanggang 3 lang. 1, 2, 3 lang.
Mag-close pa.
Kasi nung the last time, di ba, doon, nandito yung anak ni Gerry, sabi? Easily. Yung sagot sa
Yeah, easily. dalawang beses sinabi, easily.
Actually, yeah, twice na sinabi.
Hindi ba no match?
Yun lang yung easily. Iba eh. Yung pagkasabi niya, iba eh. Napaka-confident eh. Easily. Ganun
Kumbaga, may laman yung boses, may laman. Di ba? May laman.
Ibang sagot ng mga daddy, no? Ang tatapang ng mga daddy, pero pag anak...
Gerry, ikaw. You wanna throw any question, Gerry?
Ako siguro yung tanong ko lang siguro, alam ko Father's Day itong special natin, pero siguro tanong ko naman sa inyo, yung mga mothers, what role do they play in helping you or helping your sons, improve their game? How do they contribute to it? Siguro Emerson.
Yeah.
Ikaw,
Okay,
kasi
Emerson.
you've been 10 months away.
Yeah.
Oo, yun nga. Magandang tanong yan, Bro Gerry, ano? Kasi being away from him, talagang malaking part ni Mrs. pagdating sa larangan ng basketball ni Emer, no? I was talking about like yung dadalhin siya sa training camp kung mayroon. So si Mrs. ang gumagawa noon, at hindi ako, no? Minsan may trabaho si Mrs. talaga napipilitan siyang itigil yun para lang ipag-drive yung anak namin, ano. So isa yun sa malaking bagay na nagagawa ni Mrs. pag ako'y wala. So at the same time, medyo natututo na rin sa mga basic na knowledge sa basketball si Mrs. ano, dahil sa pag tinuturuan ko siya, nakikinig si Mrs. Minsan si Mrs. ang taga sermon din sa akin pag nasusobra na akong sermon sa anak ko So ayun, natututo na siya Natututo na siya mag-sermon, hindi sa anak niya kundi sa akin pag kinisermonan ko si Emer. So talagang nagiging part siya ng ni Emer, yung paglalaro niya. Talagang I would say hands-on din si Mrs. pagdating sa laro kay Emer.
Galing.
How about you, Daddy Wilson?
Ganun din. Halos lahat ng game, nandun siya. So, kahit sa practice, kahit na medyo maaga yung call time ng coach, kasama siya. So, yun din, very supportive sa mga anak. Naranasan ko rin yung naranasan ni Sir Emer na siya yung tagaawat sa akin. Minsan kami na yung nag-aaway Pinapagalitan ko na yung anak ko, kinukorek ko, tapos maya kami na yung magtatalo.
Ikaw, Daddy Jake.
Same din, no? Yung si Che, very supportive din siya kay Lebron. Minsan, siya pa yung mas madalas mag-remind na, mag-workout ka, matulog ka, ganyan. May training ka mamaya, magpahinga ka muna, mga ganun. So, yun. Kasi most of the time din, lumalabas ako ng bahay, so sila yung magkasama.
So, lumalabas ng bahay, okay.
Yun. So, I guess, are there any more questions from you guys? Or shall we wrap it up?
Ako, last question.
Go ahead.
Hindi, kukwento ko lang yung walang tanong sa akin. So, yung wife ko, joke lang. Last round, ako before asking the last question, gusto ko lang ulit mag-thank you sa MVC Sports. Thank you for helping us. Next week, may bago kami sponsor, Soul Academy. Thank you. Soul Academy for supporting the show. And thank you sa mga daddies. Buti pinayagan kayo ng mga mommies. Maraming salamat. Yun lang.
May comment nga si Ma'am Che eh. Natakot ako, kala ko ilalaglag ako. Ano yun?
Special
Anyway.
shout out.
Yeah.
DJ Boyet Sison, maraming salamat for joining us. It's an honor to have you. Thank you very much.
Ay, nako, no, gentlemen, it is my honor to be allowed. Kasi ako nagpresente. To be allowed. To be allowed to join you. Salamat. It's very nice to see all of you again.
Masyado ko kasing busy, di ka namin maaya. Anyway, let's give our dads the chance to make their shoutouts, promote, or anything you want bago tayo po magtapos. Let's start with Sir Jake. Nandiyan ka na rin.
Thank you, Coach Do and Coach Gerry, for having me here, and hope to see you soon, guys. Stay safe.
Pagbibili kayo ng second hand kotse kay Jake.
Yes.
Okay, then Sir Daddy Wilson.
Thank you sa inyo. Hi nga pala kay Coach June ng Sibel. So, yun lang. Thank you, Sir Do, Sir Gerry, Sir Brian, Sir Boyet,
Thanks, Wilson.
Sir Jake, Sir Emerson. Thank you sa inyo.
Kaya ka pa, pag gusto nyo bumili ng dito na SIM card, si Wilson kayo bumili, saka sa Jen's Cafe. Wilson Med, ako na bahala.
Ayos. And of course, Daddy Emerson. Right.
Thank you very much for this opportunity, Brodo, Gerry, and to all you guys. Thank you for having me. It's a nice discussion that we have here. At sa mga nanonood, magandang gabi sa inyo lahat. And one more thing pala, bro, si Emer nagrereklamo na dun sa ProEx t-shirt. Jersey niya, baka may malaki-laki kang size. medyo hapit na raw eh. Baka may malaki-laki kang jersey. Medyo nagre-request yung bata eh.
Walang problema. Sagot ni Tito Gerry.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Let's give our special guest na saling pusa daw.
No. Sasabihin, salamat na lang. I mean, it's nice to meet all of the dads today. Mm-hmm. And for them to be able to answer questions that a lot of our viewers would most likely have asked as well. Alam nyo, ang pagiging isang ama ay hindi madaling trabaho. Lalong-lalo na sa panahon ng pandemya dahil nga sa sitwasyon na nalalagay tayo ngayon, may ibang magulang tulad ni Emer na nawawalay sa kanilang mga anak at hindi lang ang pisikal na aspeto ang mahirap, kundi pati ang emosyonal na aspeto. Pero nakakataba ng puso na malaman na napakaraming mga ama ang napaka-supportive sa kanilang mga anak, lalong-lalo na sa mundo na sa larangan ng palakasan. Dahil sabi ko nga, and I'm sure all of you would agree, sports, having our children get involved in sports creates better citizens in the future because they learn discipline, they learn structure, they learn how to respect their elders, they know how to follow the rules. And in so doing, you are contributing to the betterment of the future of not only our children, but of our country as well. So I'm very, very thankful for all of you. Salamat.
All right. Thank you, Papa B.
Thank you.
Yun. And let's
Very well said, Idol.
Let's go. Give the floor to Boss Gerry. For finally nakasama kita.
Thanks for everything again to you and Dodo, and of course thank you Boyet and all the dads that appeared in our show today. And happy Father's Day. And I hope we can do this again.
Oh, definitely. And of course, yes, Dodo.
Sorry. Daddy Emer, pasingit lang. Imbes na pro shirt, hingin mo na lang yung suot na sweater ni Gerry. Mukhang maganda eh. Pakita naman, Gerry.
Yun!
Maganda ba yan, sir?
Mukhang maganda yung sweatshirt eh. Anyway, ako in behalf of all the dads, in behalf of Boyet and Gerry, thank you, Sir Brian, for having us. Always. Maraming salamat.
Okay. For having you in your show,
Thank you,
right?
Brian.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
And, well, anyway, thank you to everybody. Thank you to Dodo, Gerry, Boyet, na hopefully makasama ko ulit one of these days. Daddy Emmer, Daddy Jake, Daddy Wilson, and to the last in the first part. We hope you enjoyed this special Father's Day episode. I'd just like to make a shout out, happy birthday, Guido, and then shout out also to the third ingredient who I'm trying to promote right now. On that note, have a safe week ahead. Good night, have a good dinner, and stay safe. Bye-bye, everybody.
Likewise.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Hindi ako sasuko, lalaban ka sa dulo. Hindi ako sasuko, lalaban ka sa dulo. Taglay ko ang puso ng kampiyon. 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 Taglay ko ang puso ng kampiyon.
Makakamit mo ang mangarap, wag na wag kang bibitaw. Limitado ang paligid, layuan mo ang tanaw. Daming rason para sumubok, buhay natin isa lang. Hindi paramihan, kundi kung ano mas matimbang. Ang lumiban, sa kahuli-huli ang proseso o manatili. Hanggat hindi tapos ang proyekto, maraming duda. Ako'y sumili